Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir.
Good. Open up your videos. Ruchika, Neha. Okay, yesterday we discussed about this adult learning principles. How many of you Googled it? ALPs? Have you Googled this term, adult learning principles?
Yes.
Others? No. Neha, if you can share point by point. And what exactly it
I
means to coaches.
I can try.
Now, go ahead. I'm there.
Basically, what I read about it was that it was talking about how adult learn any kind of a process. So, what kind of a there are different principles that they apply to learn any concept, basically.
Wonderful, good. So one by one, we'll discuss those principles. If we know as coaches, if we know those principles, how an adult learn, it becomes very easy to coach adults because adults learning is different from young toddlers and
Young
young
toddlers,
adults
yeah.
learning. So one by one, we'll go. First principle. What was the first principle?
Okay. I can't recall it.
The first
I mean, there were
principle.
different principles, like they need a concept.
The first, the like, I'll make you recall.
Yeah.
Was there any principle related to relevance?
Yes, I think I read about it.
They said that it shall be relevant to their needs,
Yes.
which is very important. Now, when we do coaching for coachee's goals, not for coach's goal. Means it is a problem of coachee which is going to be resolved in coaching. And whenever you do coaching interventions with them, whatever you discuss with them, it shall be in connection to their needs. Then only it will be relevant to them. And that's a bigger difference between adults. Adults only take those things, they imbibe that information, they learn those things which are relevant to their needs, right? Many of you are from teaching background. I'm sure you must have experienced that when you go in in a class of young kids, whatever you teach them, they imbibe it, they just receive it, they put it into their memory lines. Whatever you give them, they imbibe it. But when you talk to adults, they first validate that information. They first validate that information. They think about it. They validate it and then they accept it. Agree? They will just not agree anything and everything. Whatever you share, you will share with them. They will logically think over it. Then they will check whether it is matching to their existing experience, their needs. Then only they would accept it. Yes or no?
Yes.
And adults have a tendency, like when I'm sharing things with you, you listen to it and then you say, then you nod your head. That means whatever you heard, your thinking brain validated it. Then you accepted it. That's how adults do it. Whatever you share with them, they validate it. Rather, kids don't validate, they just accept. They just imbibe. It gets into the memory lines. That's a big difference between adults and young kids learning patterns. So we can't give them anything and everything. We have to give them something which is relevant to them. Understood? Any other principle? Any other principle you have in mind? The first was related to relevance. Adults only learn those things which are relevant to their goals and needs. Second principle highlights that adults are self-motivated and self-directed. This is very important point. An adult will take action for learning. You can't make them learn जबरदस्ती. Understood? And coaching में इसका बहुत important मतलब है. When I'm acting as a coach, I can only help the one who seek my help. Understood? I can't go and help people, those who are random, those who don't need it. If they need it, they will come to you. They go according to their motivation. They are not acting when you put intrinsic pressure on them. External pressure on them. They go with internal pressure, internal motivation. And it happens usually in parenting. This problem occurs when you become coaches. Whenever you see a problem with the parent, whenever you see a parent as maybe a relative, a neighbor, a friend who is doing parental mistake, you start going and correcting them. Yes or no? Happens. You must have seen people. They get very proactive to correct people. And do you think those people will accept it? Whatever you are suggesting them? Because you are suggesting something to them when they don't need it. That is why they don't value it. Then it doesn't matter what you are giving them. Even if you're giving them the best of the advice, it will not be valued because they don't need it. It is you who is imposing your ideas on them. So far, they don't need it. The day they will need it, they will value those points. And this principle this highlights to a coach that you shall not help those who don't seek your help. Only help those who want your help, those who are approaching you for help. Understood? Got my point? Any other principle? Anyone who read those ALPs?
So I think there was also one
Principle.
Yeah, that there has to be a practical knowledge for
Practical.
them to learn. Yeah, so like
They connect everything.
experience.
They connect everything with their life
Yeah,
experiences. That's
yeah.
what that highlights. Adults have a tendency to connect everything with their life experiences. So, what does it mean to me as a coach? When I will be doing coaching interventions with adults, I will be giving them a lot of case studies, practical examples. Examples will help you more compared to theories. Understood? Practical examples. You have to give them practical action plans. That's what this means. Only philosophies will not help them. Practical action plan need to be given because they have a tendency to connect everything to their life experiences. So stories, case studies, examples are going to help you in coaching. That's the third principle, that they connect everything with their life experiences. First, we discussed that they seek relevance. Second is they are self-motivated and self-directed. Third, they connect everything with this life experiences. Any other you have in mind?
Readiness to learn.
Readiness to learn is self-motivated, the first point. The same principle.
It was problem oriented. I'm not sure.
Which is also, there is one more point which we missed in the first point, which is that they're self-directed. So they work on their own pace. In coaches, when you coach adults, you have to respect their pace of learning. They learn at their own pace. They follow action plan at their own pace. We can't do much follow-ups with them. We have to respect their pace of learning as well, which is different with different adults, and it is different because of different needs. Right? One more point which is there is that adults need respect. While training them, you need to be conscious about their respect. Though no trainer, no teacher, no coach is going to disrespect anyone knowingly, but unknowingly we may end up disrespecting. And for that, we always suggest coaches that always believe in a fact that you both are equal. The moment you felt that you are an expert helping other one, you may go wrong. if you always feel that I'm a giver to my coachee, then you always take a superior, you have a superior mindset, which may end up making you do mistake. If you feel that you both are equal, the chances of making mistake will be lesser. Understood?
मैं
Automatically you remain respectful,
चार सौ
humble,
देना क्या करना है
right?
करा है
Conscious about their opinions and ideas. But the moment I start feeling like I am so expert, I am a trainer, I am a giver, I am adding value in your life. When I feel I am adding value in your life, high chances are there I may go direct with you unknowingly, right? So always keep in your mind that you both are equal. Your chances of going direct will be lesser automatically, right? Any other? If you read those principles, any other principles coming in your mind?
They have a choice of learning whether
Yes,
they have a choice.
they need
But
to
if
have
no,
choices.
it's not that they need to have, but they have a choice whether they want to or they don't. But if
This
you
this
talk
is the
about
first principle, Neha. They are which says that they are self-motivated. It all starts from them.
okay,
It's not coaching is always coachee driven, not coach driven.
Mhm.
Coach is
Oh,
coach is not the one who initiate coaching. It is coachee who come up with the problem or with a goal, then coaching starts.
okay.
That is what I told. Mostly this mistake happens. I'm sure aaj nahi to kal when you will be in coaching, you will realize this. Okay, many a time you will feel like my neighbor is doing mistake and you will feel like correcting them. You will be triggered कि मैं जाके बताऊं कि you are not doing it in the right way, you shall do it this way.
Hmm.
But in coaching we suggest hold yourself, don't go, because you will go, you will tell them that this is not right, this is not wrong, and they don't seek your help so far. And if they're not seeking your help, are they going to value your words? No. And then we start feeling bad. लोगों को समझ नहीं आता, ये लोग मानते नहीं है, ये इसकी वैल्यू नहीं करते. Are you getting me?
Hmm.
When somebody say that do I need a parent coach? Not till the time you have a problem. The day you will have a problem, you'll find one. Right? If I'm fit, तो मैं योगा करता हूँ, मैं दुनिया को योगा सिखा रहा हूँ, तो मैं कहूँगी मुझे किसी कार्डियोलॉजिस्ट की जरूरत नहीं है. पर जिस दिन पड़ गई, I'll find it on Google, 10 फोन करूंगा. Yes or no? You can only help the one who seek your help. Without, you can definitely guide people, you can do webinars, you can do introductory sessions, but in coaching, it's always we need to keep in mind that they come to you for a problem, with a problem. Then we start our interventions. Then we do assessment. Whatever you suggest them, they will be able to grasp it. Otherwise, they feel like, I don't need it. Who are you to tell me that what I'm doing is wrong? Understood? Clear?
Yes.
Yes. Any other view if you read it? One more principle is there that they seek detail. And coaches need to be mentally ready. That if they seek, we have to give detail. They will be having doubts, they need clarity, and we have to explain. We can't feel like okay, that since I am the one who is helping, if I said so, why you don't agree with me? How can you ask question to me? You can't feel bad about it. Adults will definitely ask questions. Adults will be disagreeing with you. They have strong opinions. They are assertive, and we have to respect it. Understood? If I start feeling bad about it, how they can question my suggestions, how they can doubt my intent, they may not doubt your intent, but they will definitely be doubting the process. They may be in denial, and directly the nobody will agree. When I go and tell Ruchika what you are doing in parenting is wrong, why Ruchika will agree with that? She will not. And we'll be using facilitation there, right? And facilitation is also a very powerful topic, which we all shall learn when we are into adult communication, adult trainings, adult coaching. You need to learn how to facilitate, right? We discussed 6 traits which we need to have: empathy, good listening, good communication, being clear on your stand, being a good observer, and being a good reader. And 4 traits which you need to work on: being judgmental, impatient and impulsive, being closed and negative. If somebody asks you that what will be the advantage of parent coaching, the benefits of it, I'll be telling it quick, but I'm sure you will be able to resonate with it. When We know that whenever things are not in control and what we expect is not happening, there will be a lot of anxieties and insecurities at parents' end. Yes or no? A coach can help them reduce down the stress. A coach can help them to overcome these insecurities and anxieties. That will be the first advantage of parent coaching for parents. When things are not going well, there are many parents, those who get angry, frustrated, irritated. They are unable to manage their own emotions. They are not only hurting the child, sometimes they end up hurting self also. Yes or no? A common problem with parents. You as coaches can help them manage their anger and frustration better. This is another advantage of parental coaching, that parents will grow personally also. They will be able to manage their emotions better. Today it's a very common saying. Everybody is saying पहले वाली बात नहीं रही, things are, values are not there, right? The right beliefs are not there. It's not getting inculcated in new generation. If today's generation doesn't have values and the right belief, whose problem it is? Is it child's problem, the one who took birth, or is it environment's problem? Environment's problem.
Environments.
And who is the environment of child in early years? Parent.
Parent.
And when parent complains that values are not inculcated in the right way, they don't have the right belief and this and that, then something is going wrong with your influence. If when a parent saying the child is getting influenced by the peer group, if you think your kid is getting influenced by peer group, then you have to improve your own influence. You have to add some more hours to your life with the child, the quality time. That's where we say that the moment they get help from a coach, parents will be able to bring back those values, those beliefs which they want if their next generation child shall have. This will be the other advantage of parent coaching. And those who say always that parenting is very tough, it's a thankless job, we keep doing things, parenting is getting tough, their parenting will become easier and it will be much more rewarding. And the best reward in this is harmony in relationship, happiness. The best reward in this entire process of coaching will be, parenting will be development of child. Harmony in this relationship of parent and child, right? We all say that we usually, that means if I'm using this metaphor, I hope you will agree with me. Usually we get into action after happening of the problem in parenting. Yes or no?
Yes.
There is a metaphor in the field of this discipline and all. When we talk about it, they say most of the rules and most of the expectations are told to child the day it is first time broken. मैं दोबारा सुना रहा हूं आपको. Most of the rules and most of the expectations are told to child first time on the day it is first time broken. We have a lot of expectations over here. We hardly communicate it to child. One day we get an information that kids are not doing it right way, then we go and particularly tell our expectations to them. Am I right, wrong? Yes or no? Till the time we wait. Now, that means we are reactive. We get into action. We change ourselves only when something has already happened. It's a reactive approach of parenting. And parents, those who always do reactive parenting, वो एक step पीछे रहेंगे. They will not be able to control the things. They will not be able to hold the things. And parents, those who will be coached, they will be thinking in advance. They'll be thinking way ahead. If you are a parent of a 10-year-old and I would tell you that in next couple of years, these all changes are 100% about to come. If I tell you the truth of that age, I'm sure you will be mentally ready to deal with it. You will be avoiding a lot of mistakes. Yes or no? And that will be proactive parenting. Otherwise, एक और कहावत है तो कहते हैं कि जी पहला बच्चा सिखाता है, दूसरे पे हम अप्लाई करते हैं. पहला हमें सिखाता है, because if I'm raising 8 years old child today and I haven't raised a 14 years old child. Till the time my own child, my elder one is becoming 14 years old, तब तक हमें पता ही नहीं चलता कि 14 years वाला बच्चा क्या करेगा क्या नहीं करेगा. Yes or no? So we learn parenting as our kids grow. So it's absolutely reactive approach as things will happen. But parents, those who know proactively what's about to come, those who prepare themselves for the change, they will definitely be able to deal with it. Anticipation is very important. And this is one of the big advantage of parent coaching, that you become a proactive parent because you know things in advance, because you're getting coached by an expert, right? And those who always say pata nahi hoga ki nahi hoga, because I've heard, I'm sure you may have heard, that there are parents, those who always say कि भाई अपने तो बस से बाहर, I can't do it, my child is out of control, we can't do it, it's getting tougher and all. Seems like they have raised their hands because they lost their confidence. They tried to change, nothing changed. So they have lesser confidence in their own abilities. But people, those who get coached, they will have greater confidence in their parenting. That's another big advantage. And for sure, there will be some difficult situations will come with the child, with parent-child relationship. When they grow up to teenage, definitely teenager कोई ना कोई crisis तो face करता है. Parent will be able to deal with that difficult situation. They will have better communication skills with their kids. They will have better correction skills, approaches for them. And they will always have better strategies to solve the problems to come. And overall, if we see parents, those who get coached, they will always have a greater enjoyment for life as a whole. They enjoy it as a family. This is the biggest advantage. If anyone asks you that what will be the benefits of top 10 benefits of parent coaching, you can highlight all. And each one is valuable in its own way, and you can't quantify it, these advantages in money. Can we? If your emotions are getting sorted, if your child is getting developed, nobody can quantify it in money. But yes, these will be the benefits of this parent coaching. When you are in this role, few things we need to be mindful about. That parent coaching is for parents, it's not for children. And as a coach, we are going to coach parents, we are going to train them, we are not going to do parenting for them. In this process, we have to always keep this fact in mind that it's not about my son and daughter. It's not about your son and daughter. It is their son, their daughter. So what worked at my place, if I always keep giving example of my kids to you, will I be effective in my work? Tell me. If I always keep giving examples of my kids to you for every situation, will I be effective in my work as a coach?
No.
Because what worked at my place may not work at your place. Rather, my job starts with assessment. And even if I have to give examples, I shall be neutral. I shall not be giving examples of my kids. And we restrict our coaches, don't give. Because it is their son, it is their daughter. Situation is different. And if I keep giving examples of my kids, then you will not also not see me as a thorough resource. एक तो I'm not effective, and second, you will not see me as a thorough resource. आपको लगेगा कि this is an expert parent who turned out to be a coach, जिसकी अपनी strategies काम कर गई और आज हम पे थोप रहा है. Until we do assessment, they will not see you like with credibility. Understood? We always have to keep in mind that it's actually not about our son and our daughter. Understood? और इसका एक advantage और है. When you stop giving yourself, like if you stop yourself not to give examples of your kids, then you grow as a coach faster. Because the moment I'll restrict myself not to give examples of my kids, I will feel like having more case studies. I will be in a need of more case studies. Otherwise, there are coaches I see, those who keep giving examples of their kids for next 10 years. They never feel like having more cases. They don't feel like having more case studies because they're satisfied. If for this situation, I have an example and I keep giving them example. It restricts your growth. Understood? Had you understood this perspective which I'm sharing with you? So it adds, this perspectives will increase the moment you stop yourself not to give examples of it. You feel like reading more, you feel like observing more, you feel like getting trained more, watch some more videos to have more and more case studies, examples. Got it? And one more thing which is very important, this the word around is getting less, especially parents and teachers unknowingly they tag the child. As a coach, these families are going to trust you. You shall be very conscious that we are not introducing any new tag to the child. Understood? Nahin. See, if my neighbor who has a garment business, if my neighbor come and say that your daughter is hyperactive, and you come and tell me that your child is hyperactive, मैं किसकी बात पे यकीन ज्यादा करूंगा? A coach or a garment shop owner?
A coach.
Of course, I trust you. I trust you. When you are in coaching, your coach will trust you. When they start trusting you, whatever you're going to tell them about their child, they are readily going to put it in their belief system. They will not invalidate it. मेरे neighbor आके कुछ बोलेगा मेरे बच्चे के बारे में, I'll invalidate it. I'll be in denial. Who are you? But when I trust you and you said your child is this, फिर I'll believe in it. Rather, I'll not believe. I'll tell my child, you know, that your doctor sahab told you that you are this, you are slow learner, you are this and that. Understood? At least we shall not be the source of that label to the child. And even if I'm not saying that we shall not be truthful to the family, we'll tell the truth. But there is always a right way to tell the truth so that it shall never become a tag. If I say, okay, you know, Farhat is hyperactive, in front of all, if I say 10 times, you start believing in a fact that she is. Yes or no? Because that one word, when we give adjectives to definitions, when we give one words to explanations, it turns out to be a tag. If I tell you know, Farhat, the challenge with Farhat is she is unable to sit at one place for long. She is unable to control her impulsivity, physical impulses. That's the challenge with her. That is the inability. If I say this, it will never turn out to be a label. And what I told is nothing but a definition of hyperactivity. When somebody is unable to control their physical impulses, they just deliver it. That's what we term as physical hyperactivity. But if I keep saying she's physically hyperactive, then it tends to become a label and a tag for them. We tend to use that term. If I say that your child is not easily comfortable, the problem with the child is they will not be comfortable with an acquaintance or a stranger in first go. You have to give them 2-3 more chances. Then they will become comfortable with somebody. So ये explanation है मेरी. It will not be turning out to be a tag for the child. But the moment I said that your child is introvert or shy, so in both the cases, I'm telling the truth. But if I use one word to define a behavior of child, that one word can turn out to be a label or tag. Understood? So in coaching and counseling, we're not suggesting that you shall lie. Tell the truth. But if you can explain it, it will be far better. Explain it.
I have
Yes,
a question, sir.
Yes, yes.
Sir, as you said that coach is for parents, not for children. Is that what you said?
True.
Okay. So, there could be a situation where in which a parent is coming and telling about a child कि हमारा बच्चा ऐसे ऐसे तंग कर रहा है या जो भी situations है. So there could be a possibility that बच्चा ऐसा सच में नहीं है, but there could be various other reasons because of which parents are saying that. So you don't involve a child or you do
We
involve.
may involve for assessment purposes.
Okay.
Right? But
Okay.
when something has to change in child, for example, we got to assess the child is mentally hyperactive, concentration is a big issue. And we'll be giving some remedies for child. You are not an occupational therapist, so you are not going to get those activities done. Who has to get it done? Parent.
Parents.
A parent has to involve that child into those activities which you suggested, maybe Pratak you suggested, meditation, board games, a lot of things maybe a lot of remedies we give.
Huh.
So if the parent has to get it done, so we'll be anyways giving a plan to the parent. We are
Okay.
not going to invite child to do those therapies on them. A parent has to get it done,
Okay.
right? They have, and second, if we are telling parents that your child's mental hyperactivity is increasing because of this reason, you have to put some bar on their visual experiences, 3D video games and all. तो ये भी एक एक्शन प्लान है, दैट इज फॉर पेरेंट्स, दैट दे हैव टू पुट बार ऑन इट. कुछ चीजें करवानी है और कुछ रोकनी है,
हाँ.
for one reason. Anything in this case, my plan will be given to a parent, not to a child.
Okay.
If any parent is saying my child doesn't trust me, right? आप सीधा बात कर लो, आप कहोगे तो वो मान लेगा. तो मुझे ये समझ आ रहा है कि they don't have that bond. I will have to help them with the bond, because how many times I will be doing it. I can't always keep doing things on their behalf. If I start doing it, they will always be dependent on me.
Yeah.
So we have to work on their bond, the quality time, the trust which they have missed. We'll be
So
telling
in
them how to
that
gain
case,
it back.
you work only with parents, right? Is that what you're saying?
We only work with parents, but yes,
Okay.
for assessment purposes, sometimes we may have to see the child, right?
Okay.
To interact with child. But if any improvement is there in their relationship, it has to be brought by a parent, right? Child,
Okay.
we will not be doing intervention with the child. Then we are into different role. Then it's a different role,
Yeah.
right?
Because when we counsel, even in school or you go somewhere else, so you involve the, family and other people also.
When you if any one of you is a school counselor, you must have noticed the moment you talk to the child, many a time you realize there are a lot of things going wrong with the parents.
Yeah.
So if you are in two roles, you are already education counselor, then so you can interact with child also, right? But if you are a parent coach, your target audience to whom you are going to correct or alter or improve is parent. My subject matter is parent. My coachee is parent. But the ultimate beneficiary of this coaching process is child. But I'm not going to do intervention with child. Anyways, any parent will come to you and say, "बच्चे से समझा दो." If we started doing it, then we started doing parenting on them. And the moment we started doing parenting on their behalf, they will be fully dependent on you for parenting. Then you don't act as a coach, you act as a extended parent hired by the family. फिर नेहा, you will not be able to help many parents in life. आप ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा पूरे लाइफ स्पैन में 40-50 पेरेंट्स की हेल्प कर पाओगे, because we all experienced as a parent that raising our 1 or 2 kids is not easy. How can we raise other 50 kids? Are you getting me? How can we take responsibility of other 50 kids? We are a coach who is enabling a parent to do those jobs effectively which they don't know how to do. Ultimately, they have to do it. We'll help them in the process. We'll train them. We'll coach them. If they are unable to do, if they tried and they will fail, they will come back. We will motivate them. But ultimately, the relationship which they have, even if they have a problem, it is to be sorted by them, not by us. Right? And the point which I was talking about, that unknowingly sometimes we tag. So it's always good if you have an explanation of a behavior, explanation of an adjective, explain it. Had you got my point? Others, please, if you got it. All set? Video can be on if you can. And the point is, other point is, we are anyways coaches, which we discussed. We are not going to do therapies with the child. They will be doing it, which we already discussed with your questions. Right? Now, very important point. Maybe this could be a initial idea that when you get into coaching, you feel like, hey, I know a lot about parenting because you are doing it. You have done it. You have done it, so you know a lot about parenting. A lot from your perspective. But when it comes to the challenges which are around, you may not have enough perspectives with you. Parenting is complete subject. It's not a chapter in one subject. It's a complete subject. Thorough. There are multiple domains in parenting. Like I'm sure you may have heard of the terms like mindful parenting. Have you heard? Developmental parenting, effective parenting, strategic parenting, digital parenting, communicative parenting, multiple terms, friendly parenting. Yes or no? Many are subdomains of parenting. In parenting, there are problems which can be resolved by just being mindful. And there are problems which can be only resolved when you apply strategies. Only mindfulness will not help. So I'll be sharing certain things with you, that which all domains, prominent domains are there, which anyways we will be addressing when we do our certifications program larger, what all is included. But to tell you, there's one domain which we refer as the domain called mindful parenting. Multiple topics are there. Many topics are there under this head. And it says that there are certain problems in parenting which doesn't require much of skills, which doesn't require big strategies and action plans. If you are just become mindful while doing parenting, and if you are mindful about the consequences attached to parenting, you will be automatically mindful. What makes you mindful? Your conscious choice. And second, when you are aware of consequences, you automatically become mindful. Understood? If you recall, I used the term not good and harmful. There's a difference between these two things. Yes or no? The day you got to know the consequence is harmful, you will be able to stop anything and everything with the child. The day you got to know that it is harmful for my child. Till the time you feel like it is not good, I know it's not good. Maggie is not good. This is not good. Burger is not good. Pizza is not good. Video games is not good. Till the time it is not good, you will not be able to stop it. But the day you get to know the harm attached to it scientifically, believe me, you will be able to stop it. What given you that firmness? What given you that mindfulness? The consequences. The consequences are tied to the mistake. Consequences are very important. If anyone knows it, they will be easily doing it. Sky, if you want to understand the premise with example that what makes us mindful and how we become mindful. For example, if you would have been in a certification program and if I say that if the videos are not on, you will not get certification. Of course, you will be mindful about keeping it on. Yes or no? You will try at least, or you will put your certification on stage. I'll tell you that how it happens. Suppose I given you a task. There is a wooden plank of 50-meter long. And which is 1.5 feet wide. 1.5 feet wide, 50-meter long wooden plank is there, which is lying on the floor. And I told you that I told all of you, all members present over here, that you have to walk on that plank. Right? You shall not, this feet shall not go out of the plank. You have to just walk between the plank. So when you will be walking on it, when you take it as a task and when you will be walking on it, will you be mindful about keeping your feet within the plank? Yes or no? You will be mindful. If it's a task, you will definitely try to be mindful that it shall be in between the plank. Right? So you will be mindful for sure because I told you to be mindful. Now, the same plank of 50 meter, we have now put it on the top of 6 feet tall wall. उसके top पे we have now placed this 50 meter wide, this long plank, which is again with the same width, 1.5 feet. Width is same, but just that it is now on the top of 6 feet wall. Do you think your mindfulness level will be same now when you will be doing this task?
It will increase.
It will increase many-fold. You will be much more conscious, mindful while walking on it. Why? Because you are now aware of the consequence attached to be ignorant. The moment you became careless, it will attract the damage. So you know the consequence. Mostly, when we don't know the consequence, we try to be mindful, but we fail. But the moment you know the consequence, you try and you succeed. Why? Because you know the damage attached to it. So that's very important when we help people in a lot of parenting. A lot of issues can be resolved the moment we get to know about consequences. And mindful parenting में ऐसे कई topics है which demands highlight of consequences, or you need to be aware of the effective approaches. So we'll be discussing those topics and come to it. Then digital parenting is a very prominent topic of time. There are a lot of questions today of parents which are related to digital stuff. Am I right, wrong? Games, cartoons, mobile phone, digital learning, right? And if you have a teenager at home, then the problems are pretty big. And it's a prominent topic in parenting. So digital parenting, multiple topics need to be addressed. Then developmental parenting. One common idea which all parents have is child development. And this demands a broader perspective of parents to see their child. Developmental parenting में ऐसे कई topics हैं जो parent को help करेंगे to develop their child, to improve their child, right? Strategic parenting. There are certain problems of parenting which cannot be resolved just by being mindful. It needs a lot of skills. It needs efforts. It needs strategies. All those problems will be addressed under the head called strategic parenting, which needs strategies. And if I just go one by one, just to give you a fair idea of it, like in mindful parenting, communication is one area. Communication is something which speaking and listening both need mindfulness. They say yesterday we discussed about that case where father was working and child was willing to talk to parents, want to show something, and parent is unable to. Do you think for that situation parent need any skill to listen to child? No. Only just being mindful about a fact that whenever my child is around me, I'll be much conscious about their presence. That's it. The decision, the mindfulness. And second, they shall also be fearful about the impact of not listening. If I don't listen, how it is going to impact my child's life. Understood? The more they know the harm, the more they will be conscious about listening. Then there's one more area where communication also impacts, which when we talk about especially young kids, when they lie, right? There's every parent who wants that my child shall be truthful. They shall not lie to us. Agree? And when these kids lie, most of the reasons are not kids-driven reasons. Most of the reasons are parent-driven reasons, not child-driven reasons. Why young kids lie? I think in this class only we were discussing when somebody highlighted that child is cooking stories. If you give attention to their small tasks, this talks, they will be definitely be giving attention more to the routine discussion. But if you don't give attention to the small talks, they will cook big talks. And we call it lie, but it's not lie at their end. And many a time our communication is encouraging them to lie. Suppose if I want to know the truth, I'll just give an example on this. If suppose there are two kids and they did one mistake, maybe a vase got broken or something got broken, and you want to know the truth, that how it happened, right? And who did it? In both the cases, if I go and ask my child that, may I know who did it? And I have another option to say, may I know how come this vase got on the floor? Or may I know how it happened? एक क्वेश्चन मैं पूछ रहा हूँ, may I know who did it? And if another question is, may I know how it happened? आपको क्या लगता है? Where I have higher probability of getting the truth, who or how?
How?
But mostly we do it ulta. Mostly we focus on who. Whenever we want to know the truth, we start focusing on who And the moment you focus on who, you are giving fear to your child. Because अगर मैं पूछूं who did it, तो बच्चा को पता चल गया कि they are interested in who, and if they get to know who, the who is going to get treatment. So it's a direct fear which we are creating in the mind by asking who. चाहे ऑफिस में हो, चाहे हम घर पे हो, we do this mistake. Whenever we look for truth, we focus on who. Start focusing on how, your probability will increase. I'm just sharing one of the problems. That it's not always child who is triggered to lie. That sometimes we who encourage them to lie. Our communication, our reactions. If we react all the time, if we don't listen to the small talk, we are encouraging them. So this is also a very important topic under mindful parenting, which needs detailed discussion. Then bribing is also very common problem. To get things done from them, we offer them extra. You do this, you get this. Happens? Parents do this. And a child who is regularly getting extra things to do something, they will always look for that extra. That extra becomes their right. Until that extra is not there, I don't feel like doing it. And there are many kids, those who are not using their potentials to its best because they are always waiting for extra to come. And the moment extra is not there, even if they have to do it, even if they're willing to do it, still they restrict themselves to do it. Because we keep bribing. Because parents got a रामबाण कि इसको एक्स्ट्रा चॉकलेट दो और काम करवा दो, कितनी देर करवा लोगे? And if any parent wants that I want to make my child responsible, right? ध्यान से सुनना. If you want your child to be responsible, and you are saying them, if you do this, I'll give you this. Are you really making them responsible?
No.
Are they doing that job out of responsibility? No, they are doing it as a favor on you. Because when I tell my child that eat food and get chocolate, they feel like eating is a favor on parent. It's not their job. It's not their requirement. They feel like eating. If I eat, I'm doing a favor on parent, and parent is returning that favor in the form of chocolate. We give consideration at a wrong place, and then we expect child shall be responsible. You better water the plants. I'll give you extra screen time. So actually, you are not making your child responsible to water the plant. They are just doing it because you are offering them something extra. And then we expect why child is not taking responsibility, because you proposed responsibilities in the wrong way, in the wrong manner. Understood? Bribing is a big time problem, and parents, those have already bribed their kids, right? They definitely need a big time resolve. They need to learn a approach how to convert this bribing into the situation of bribe into reward, right? But believe me, there are many parents those who come up with this type of problem. This is one of the problems. Then those who have young kids, they are much confused about toys and games. Do you know the difference? Do you know the difference between toys and games? How toys are different from games? Do you know? Do you know both are important for child's development? Board games and toys. Maybe you know it, but still 90% investment is happening in toys than games. Even 10 years old kids are still investing in toys. The parents are investing in toys. And for young parents, so it is very important topic, which needs a lot of attention. When, in which age, what all things to be done. So how to handle this kind of situation? Perhaps the topics which I'm sharing with you, each topic needs a 30-35 minutes discussion. I have an option, I can discuss one. But for this, we have detailed program. That's what I told you. It's not something a small tips I can give you. It needs a complete strategy to resolve it, right? That is why we have detailed programs. And I am highlighting you that these are the topics which parents are facing problems. And this is something which, if you want to get into coaching, you have to learn, right? This itself is a topic which needs a good 30-35 minutes. because we have to discuss all the categories of games, how it is impacting. Each game has its own impact on child's social skills, their their logic, their fine motor skills. Yes or no? Now we have to see games from that angle, which needs a good discussion. And I'll tell you when we're going to have it, how we do it. Tagging, labeling, I was just talking about it. If already a parent has labeled a child and they have given a wrong belief to child, it takes good time to it takes good time, good efforts to delete that impact. And how a parent can be much more conscious about not to label and tag the child. This also needs certain strategies. Coach wali to I have shared with you, right? That you just change the approach. Instead using one word to define the child, explain it, give a definition of it. But parent ke case mein, it takes lot more, because parent is a major contributor. The moment they see something wrong with the child, they start naming it. They give bad words to child. Yes or no? They comment on complexion of child, body, right? Certain activities, slow, dumb, certain terms they use, which is damaging the belief of child. It's not just a sad and bad feeling we are gifting to them. We are gifting them their identity. उस बच्चे को अगर ये फील होना शुरू हो गया कि आई एम अ स्लो लर्नर, सपोज if we unknowingly established in their mind that you are a slow learner, तो आपको लगता है कि कभी ये बच्चा प्रोएक्टिवली किसी ओलंपियाड में पार्टिसिपेट करेगा? They will participate in any Olympiad, any quiz. Do you think? Because if I believe that I'm slow, will I ever try to compete with that? Will I ever think of becoming in top 5 students in the class? No. They
No.
accept that we are average, and they remain average for the life. Why? Because we have given a wrong belief to them. So that's also another topic which demands a lot of mindfulness. How to make them independent? Today, every parent wants. Even yesterday, you shared with me that you want your kids to be independent. And I just shared a problem with you that even if you wish that I want to make my child independent, still we are making them dependent through our approaches. And that's where we need to learn how to make them independent, which is a step-by-step approach, right? It demands a lot of mindfulness also. 5 C's to bond with kids, how to spend quality time with them. It's a complete topic, right? Quality time, positive guidance. We were discussing about it. Like if your child is making a mistake just now, if a child is just now, suppose they are jumping on the chair, jumping on the table, a young child, what we usually say immediately to the child? What we usually say?
Don't do it.
Don't do it. We usually say don't do it. We usually say stop. We say that you are spoiling, you may get down, you may fall down, you may get hurt. That's how we highlight. Yes or no?
Hmm.
And most of the time we say no, don't do it, don't, no, stop. But have you told your child what to do in the moment? Mostly we tell them what not to do. Somebody rightly pointed out, Prahat, that you can say get down. That's a right behavior which you expect. Instead saying don't jump on the table, say get down to the floor. That's what we expect. That is positive guidance. You can play on the floor, you can jump on the floor, not on the table. But we told don't jump on the table. You already highlighted what not to do, but we haven't highlighted what to do. And that's what is communication pattern which we have. Or very beautiful tools and 373 approaches there which helps us to correct our patterns. Or ये pattern है, it's not a choice. And it's very easy to convert a negative guidance into positive guidance. But it is very tough to practice it. Easy to convert, practice to tough to practice. So this is also one topic which needs a lot of clarity. And further, if we go in digital parenting, toddlers के case में a lot of topics are there. technology and toddlers, where we help parents to have this, we scientifically tell them what is the impact of 3D view games on brain development of child. We tell the science with research documents. Also highlight that how to get rid of it if any child is already playing, how to switch their energy from 3D to 2D to other activities, how to plan their engagements. There are 4 types of engagements in a day, which helps us keep them away from it, right? Physical engagements, entertaining engagements, academic engagements, non-academic learning engagements. So that helps them engagement. Rules of screen viewing are there, which you may not be much knowing about, which we need to know. Content, how to validate the content. There are parameters of content validation: language, behavior, action. Then what all parental control apps we have, the support system we have, and how to use it. This is related to toddlers. And in teens, mein to ample problems are there. Bigger problem is addictions with teenagers and mid schoolers. How to help kids in addiction and how to help them get out of it, how to prevent it. Then digital truths. There are a lot of digital truths which we all users need to know, especially teenagers. Presence of online predators and dark web, which is a big threat for teenagers. Cyber safety guidelines, digital addictions, how to prevent digital addictions, which is this is what we discussed in the topics related to digital parenting, technology and teens, which is a apne aap mein complete topic, right? Which demands good address. And the most helpful for parents aspirations, जो भी parents have aspirations from their child or goals they have, they need to have developmental approaches to raise the child. Like for example, if I ask you that how many of you agree that we all are unique? I'll give you Shoma. I'll share this PPT with you. How many of you believe that we all are unique?
Yes, we are.
We all agree with the fact that we all are unique, right? So as our
Yes, sir.
kids, so as every child is unique,
Right.
Yes.
right? So if you have 2 kids, that means these two, both the kids are different from each other when it comes
Yes.
to their personality. Yes or no?
Yes.
And we all know there are different personality traits and personality profiles. If you are 4 family members at home, there can be 4 different personalities. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now I'll tell you the common problem in all relationships. Even right now we are right 15, 16 in the meeting. We all are different. Different in terms of thinking, the way we think. Different in terms of feelings, the way we feel, and different in terms of actions. Thinking, feeling, actions makes us different from each other. Usually the problem which we have in our relationship is, I am sure that you are different from me, but still I expect in my all relationships that they shall think like me, they shall feel like me, they shall act like me, which becomes a reason of a lot of pain in relationships. Why she is not thinking like me? Why he is not thinking like me? Why she is not feeling like me or acting? We know we are different, but actually the problem is we don't know how we are different from each other and why we are different from each other. And this can only be answered if you know the concept of personality. How we are different. कुछ ऐसे behaviors हैं हमारे जो उस personality का natural trait है. And the day you know the why, we will be able to keep the relationship intact. There will be no foul feelings. If I ask you that how many of you have been ever trained on any concept related to personality profile, any personality profiling theory you ever got training on, where you got to have training on how to identify different profiles, or if you have a tool to identify. If you haven't got training on it, and if you don't have a tool how to identify different profiles, then we will keep doing this mistake. We keep expecting that they shall think like us, feel like us, act like us. We don't know the difference. And this is one topic, I think, which helps us to work on the development of child. right? I'm just giving an example that what type of topics will be there in this head called developmental principles, right? Topics which helps us have a holistic development of child. Now, when I say whole brain concept to look at child, whole holistic child development, when we say, so we majorly work on all those developmental areas of child which we think are very important. And what we think as society are important is their physical growth and their academic growth. Am I right, wrong?
Yes, sir.
Marks are very important to us. And which marks, which subjects we give more value? All those subjects which we think can fetch us name, fame, and success. All those subjects which can be transformed into success, we value those subjects. Am I right, wrong?
Yes.
Right, sir.
And which all those subjects are? Mathematics, science.
Science.
Maths and science, we think like anything. If the child is not good in maths, so he cannot do anything in life.
We
This
like
is
it.
what the thinking is.
Why I'll tell you, Shoma. The reason is because parent has seen a lot of success stories of people, those who were good at mathematics and science, and they built their career in engineering, in chartered accountancy, in research, in medicine. Yes or no? They have seen that success, which gives them confidence, and that is why they expect कि मुझे ये पता है, and you need to be good at it. Yes or no? Like,
Yes, sir.
point this over here. I want to quote a very powerful statement by Rabindranath Tagore ji, which says that you can't limit your child to your own learning. You can't limit your child to your own knowledge. If a parent doesn't know what corporate lawyers do, and if anyone is getting out of an NLU, what is their average this salary package for a fresher graduate? The one who just did 5 years program from National Law University, they are out. What is their average package? If they don't know, they will keep giving value to engineering only, medicine only, right? Because
So
they
it means,
know more about engineering and know more about engineering and medicine. They don't know much about other career opportunities. They don't know much about their child also. Like if I tell a child, if a parent, right, whose child is not scoring well in mathematics and science, I assume the child is an average scorer, but the child is very good at craft, drafting, creative art, drawing in the class, topper in the class. But when it comes to into maths and science, the child is an average.
Sir, you are not audible.
Am I to all?
yes, sir, you are.
So if I'm audible to others, everyone, then Ruchika could be a tech problem at your end, right? If it is common to all, then it is my problem.
Yes, sir, audible.
Audible na? So my question to you is, if one child who is average at maths and science, but very good at creativity, right? Do you think parent will be more happy about creativity of child or more bothered about mathematics and science?
More bothered about maths and science.
And there could be many parents, those who will say, okay, your major focus is on art and craft, that is why your maths and science is going down. They will not
Correct.
even value that creativity. Why? I'll tell you the
The
reason.
most of the parents in school says that to the children, and
They say
children
this.
come up with their problem कि मम्मी पापा समझ नहीं रहे,
समझ नहीं
मुझे
रहे।
आर्ट पसंद है, मुझे मैथ्स में जबरदस्ती मैथ्स करते हैं.
But
That's what.
I have seen parents supporting their kids when they get to know how this drawing, क्योंकि किसी को बोलो ना drawing करता है बच्चा, nobody is able to conceptualize on an idea कि how I shall convert this drawing into earning. क्योंकि parent तो हर parent चाहता है कि my child shall have good lifestyle, earning, success. और हमारी success is material, पैसे से जुड़ी है. The moment they get to know that these kids, those who are creative, they can transform their creativity into the career called graphic design, product design. Product design today is one of the prominent career in demand, which has even better salary packages than engineering, right? Then if they get to know that my child can get into this animation, if my child can get into this fashion design, leather design, accessory design, many profiles are there, provided they know about it. If they know the success path of certain careers, they start valuing those abilities. Yes or no?
Yes,
Holistic
sir.
holistic development
Yes,
के
sir.
लिए holistic mindset चाहिए. Then only you can develop your child holistically. If you don't have a broader perspective to see your child, you will not be able to help them. If any child today who is scoring less, I always give this example, it's true to all senses. If any child who is in bottom 5 students in the class from last 3 years, जो पिछले 3 साल से बॉटम 5 में आ रहा है अपनी क्लास में, 3 साल बाद उस पेरेंट की स्टेट ऑफ माइंड कैसी होगी? What will be their faith about the child?
No, no faith.
They will be hopeless.
कुछ करेगा ही नहीं, ये तो कुछ कर ही नहीं सकता.
Hopeless. They will feel like वही पेरेंट जो पहले कह रहा था कि आई वांट टू सी माय चाइल्ड सक्सेसफुल, 3-4 साल वो कहता कि अपने लिए कुछ कर ले, अपनी लिविंग कमा ले, पता नहीं इसने जिंदगी में क्या करना है. This is what they speak. Am I right or wrong? They get hopeless. They don't see any scope in the child. They lose faith. Why? Why? Because they have only a one perspective to see the child, which is their marks, which is their grades. और आप मुझे बताओ, in your class when you were in 10th standard, all those backbenchers, those who are not scoring well in the class, right? What are they doing today if you are connected with the alumni? If you're any connected with...
Someone is sitting in Cisco, someone is sitting at Cognizant in US headquarters, and those were backbenchers in my class. And they were tagged as losers. कुछ नहीं हो सकता इनका.
And their parents didn't have any hope. My point is,
नहीं.
if they were not good at mathematics, so that means they haven't got success in life because of mathematics. Must be good at something else. That something else, had it been valued, that something else can be their PR skills, the way they were connecting to others, their interpersonal, their confidence. वो जो backbencher था, they were not scoring well in grades, but they were definitely good at PR, with teachers, with canteen wala, with shopkeepers. Yes or no? That may have paid them. There are a lot of traits which can fetch us success. But are we really looking at those traits? Are we really nurturing those traits? Big question. And parents will only value those traits when they have a broader perspective to see it, holistic viewpoint, right? And this is the first topic I think every parent needs to have much clarity on. What all those abilities are there, what all those traits are there, and how those traits can be incorporated to success. I think if parents know it, they start valuing those traits. They will start nurturing those traits. Understood?
So there are children. There is one of my friend who got failed in class board, 12th class, and had to repeat the CBSE class 12th, and she's a doctor now.
She's a doctor now. So, see, I'll tell you, if parents lose faith in the child, how can we expect a child to have faith? And parents will only have faith in child if they know what to see. देखने के लिए भी नजरिया चाहिए. अगर मेरा नजरिया ही नहीं है, how would I see sense in my child? एक इसे जोक की तरह भी ले सकते हो. You can take it as a insight also. Today, if any child who is very good at fragrance analysis, their fragrance senses are amazing and taste buds are amazing. It's a strength, yes or no? It can be incorporated to many careers.
Yes, sir.
They can become
Correct.
great chef, tea tasters, wine tasters, coffee tasters. A lot of professions are related. Food bloggers, food auditors, right? Food production, they can get into. Professional tasters, professional fragrance analysts are there. So if they are good at it, it will definitely be acting as a strength in their life, and they can get into those careers which are very easy careers. मतलब मैं चाय पी के उसका ग्रेड लिख के आऊंगा, and that sign will give me 1 lakh rupees. Only one sign, a sip of tea. This is the value. वो बंदा कहेगा ये तो बड़ा इजी करियर है, क्यों नहीं करे, थोड़ा सा काम करना है. But that strength which they have, or where they have sensitive taste buds or sensitive fragrance senses, right? It will be only valued when parents know that it can be incorporated into career. Because most of the times I've heard parents saying, ये बड़ा नखरा करता है, इसको पता नहीं कैसे पता चल जाता है कि आज जीरा डल गया सब्जी में, फिर खाता नहीं है. They see it as a problem. They don't see it as a strength. They see it as a problem. The child is declining things. He's very conscious about it. Because why they are not calling it strength? Because they haven't seen it from that angle. They don't have that perspective which I'm talking about. Right. So this is why in developmental parenting, this topic is very powerful. Holistic child development. Right? And we give them a multi-dimensional viewpoint to see a child. It's a complete concept, a theory which helps us. Then remedies बहुत हैं. आजकल every parent will come up saying, my child is not good at interpersonal, shy है. They will be seeking remedies from you. So remedies we cover under this broader category called developmental. Remedies for logic, remedies for concentration, remedies for ADHD, ADD, remedy for shyness, this remedy for handwriting, remedy for hyperactivity, right? Many remedies parents seek today कि मेरा बच्चा इसमें अच्छा नहीं है, and we will have a lot of good remedies for each problem. So this we cover under this. And there are some parents, those will come to you with where they know that my child is good at something. How I can nurture it? At least you as a parent coach, you need to also have some idea about which all career opportunities are there in different industries. Not as a career coach, but as a parent coach, you need to be aware of it, which we covered under this. So nurturing plan for excellence, how to nurture it, how to make them independent. Personality profiling, I already told you this topic we covered. There will be around 2 days training on this topic only. Personality profiling. We give you tools also how to identify personality of your coaches. Then how to help child take informed career decisions. How many of you have kids in 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th standard at home? How many of you? Prajakta. Who else? Those who have kids in this age bracket. I'm sure maximum time पे बात घर में क्या होती है? अब क्या करेंगे next? Right? They are in commerce. What next? कोई exam आ रहा है? Yes or no? This is the prominent topic of discussion. If Shoma's child is in 8th, so I'm sure they started thinking about it. But the moment child is in 10th, 9th, then so this discussion is on peak. And every parent want to know what is my role in this process. कि सिर्फ बच्चा will decide what they want to become, or do I have something to do in this? And they're unclear about it. Is it we who will decide for the child, or the child who will decide for it? And a lot of ambiguity is there, and that's where we help them with a structured plan how they can help their child to take an informed career decision. Where even if child is coming up with an infatuation, how to identify those? Right here, this we can help them identify how infatuations are different from genuine interest. So we help parents into this. Then when your child grow up, they start running, walking, moving out, school jayega. A lot of safety issues will be there. A lot of safety related topics will be covered under developmental parenting. And biggest problem today is eating. Child is not eating this, not eating that, right? Mobile ke saath khata hai. Junk food is a problem. Eating problems parents will be highlighting, which will be covered under developmental parenting. अब आया tough काम, the toughest parental problems to be resolved, for which we need strategies, for which we need skills, big skills that we cover under strategic parenting, which includes problems related to tantrums, instant gratification to delayed gratification. We talk about wrong behavioral conditioning, classical conditioning, reconditioning plan we discuss with them. Even we discuss the caveats and cautions related to reconditioning. How to have consensus at home, which is a big time issue in our families. We are not in consensus with each other. Avoid and ignore approach. For this, I told you to see a recording. If any one of you downloaded Deep Parenting app?
Yes, sir, I have in my laptop.
Yes, anyone? No? There, I told you to see a recording there. Courage to encourage in that app. That is on this concept called avoid and ignore, which says without hurting your child, without negative reinforcement, without punishment, you can correct your child. and it's a very powerful topic. Definitely, it needs 3-4 hours, minimum 4 hours to discuss it, which we discuss definitely in this our certification program. Facilitation is the most powerful topic, especially when you deal with teens and adults. That is covered under strategy. ये वो topic है which demands lot of discussion, step-by-step approaches, strategies. If we simply say how to have discipline at home, it's not just easy to talk about it. We have to have there's a 4-step model, 4 C's कहते हैं उसे. Each step is very important, right? Until you do that step-by-step approach, you can't have discipline. You end up punishing your child. These are those topics which demand thoroughness, details, which can't be discussed in few minutes. It needs hours. We covered under the category called strategic parenting, where you need strategies, action plans, skills to resolve it. And whatever I'm discussing with you, I'm not sharing any solution so far. I'm just giving you a perspective so that you get to know it's a thorough subject, right? Which needs a lot of reading, a lot of conceptual understanding. Each topic demands different address, and there are many more topics like that. I'm just sharing few. And and all this can be learned. All this can be learned, and the format which we choose for this learnings. If anyone wants to get into thorough this this career, if you want to be a parent coach, then we have a train the trainer programs. What is train the trainer program? I'm sure you may have heard of it. You know that TTTs, where you will not be trained as a parent, you will be trained as a parents trainer, parents coach. So it's a thorough format of training. Like training a parent is different and training a parent coach is different. Because when you train a parent coach, for with them you have to discuss all the perspectives. But if I have to train you as a parent, I have to give you one perspective only, which is important for you. But when I'm going to train you as a coach, then you have to be thorough in detail, because you are going to help parents coming from different backgrounds. So that's why we use an approach called TTT for this. And we have 3 certification programs according to the age specific needs of child. Our first program is 12 to 14 days program, in which we meet 2 hours every day. Second level is 8 days program, in which we meet 2 hours every day. And third program is 6 days program, 6 to 7 days, which is 2 hours every day. Around 50 to 52 hours content is there, which is addressed in these certifications. So we invite people, those who want to get into this complete career, they can go with this certification programs. We do these programs live, the way we are right now interacting, same way, in a thorough way. And there are defined timings, because it's not pre-recorded sessions. Recordings we provide, but we invite people to attend it live. And these programs happen on weekdays, not weekends. So Monday to Friday, these programs happen at different time. 11 to 1 p.m. is one batch option. Second is 4 to 6 p.m. option. Third is 7 to 9 p.m. option. Whatever you can choose. Same date is starting. First batch of January 2024 is starting on 16th January. You can choose your timings 11 to 1, 4 to 6, or 7 to 9. And you can opt for one batch, or you can opt for all the batches. Right? What happens when you attend these programs? Definitely you get certification for each level. All the recordings will be shared with you. So, and these all recordings, you have lifetime access. Once you become coach with us, your detailed profile will be visible on the website. You can see a micro website platform which we have to see other coaches' profile. You can visit deepparentingcoaches.com. See the profile of other coaches. Same way your profile will be there. All the presentations, books, content will be shared with you. Around 12-13 books we shared. You need not invest in books. All the PPTs we share, and recordings anyways we share. That's how we support this during the program. And investment in each program is different. The program which we have, first program, it is 4,000 rupees, which is 12 to 14 days program. Second level is 8 days program, investment is 3,000 rupees. Third level is mid-schooler program, and age specification is till 5, we cover this age. 6 to 12 is this age, and 12 to 22 is this age bracket, the second one. For different parents, different content is there. If you enroll for all 3 programs in one, then you get discount of this 2000 rupees. If you only pay for these 2 levels, you will be getting all 3 levels. By paying 7000 rupees, you get all 3 levels. In total, it takes 40-45 days to cover up this content. If it will be starting on 16th, it will be ending on next month by 28th, 30th, right? There will be some support trainings which we keep doing, Healthy Teens, Healthy India, digital marketing program we do. If you don't know how to make reels, creative infographic, we share trainings for that also. A lot of other book writing workshops we do, how to be on TED and Joe Talks. That type of programs we keep doing every quarter. Another program keep happening, and you can join any program. Like there's no entry directly to second and third. If you want to start with first program, you can start with the first program. You need not to do all. Absolutely your call. But if you enroll for all 3, you'll be getting discount of 2000 rupees. Once you become coach with us, we support you regularly when it comes to your knowledge and content. Marketing, collateral support is there. There are community groups where you will be added. In those communities, one or other learning keep happening. People ask questions, you contribute, you get to see how other people are doing. Marketing, collateral support, we give you a 90 days plan. We give our coaches with material if they work on it. Tech support, then launching, how to launch your courses. You will be supported by your senior mentor for 1 year for your coaching interventions. For 1 year, even if you do 100 coachings, you will be supported one-on-one for each coaching, right? After assessment, you will be supported how to do coaching interventions. So this support we give for 1 year. 1 year is a good time to get established as a complete coach. And tomorrow, after 90 days action plan, when you do marketing plan, you follow for 90 days, you will be eligible to launch your course also. We help you in launching your course if you wish to launch a course, right? We help you to reach out to schools also. Hundreds of schools we are working, school brands. So we serve you with proposals and all. That's how you can serve schools also. And those who have already done these programs, you can read their views about our organization. I'm sure many of you already read it. Many doctorates are there in psychology, those who attended the program. Many pediatricians are there. Many pediatric orthodontics are there. Many gynecologists are there. Many psychologists are there. Teachers are there. Principals are there. NLP practitioners are there. A lot of DMIT practitioners are there. Those who have done this program. Around 1900 people are there. They're coming from each domain. Multiple different countries they come from. And if you read their reviews, it will become very easy that how much value they have got out of their programs and how much they have invested. They have written a lot about us. You can talk to any coach, the one who is already there with us, how much value they have got so far from us and how we are supporting our people. So these reviews sometimes makes your decision easy. Anyways, if you decided to be in this role of parental coaching, I can only tell you that you will be getting a complete package in terms of not only training, in even how to do work, how to establish yourself, how to launch your programs. This support we keep giving. It's not restricted to 6 months, 1 year. There are 80 years old coaches, those who are working with us, and we keep supporting them. So if you wish to get into this role, you can come. And if any query you have, I can help you. Any query related to this role or what I proposed you can ask.
Sir, would you be also providing us the practical knowledge, like giving us an opportunity to work or go and coach?
We help you to establish your work, right?
Okay.
The moment the 90 days plan which we give you a lot of assignments to do in that, so that you build your tribe, you start getting your assignments, right? You start reaching out you start getting school workshops and all. And if you follow that plan, you automatically get,
Okay.
right? Automatically you get. So we support you. It's all practical. Nothing is as such theory. This delivery style you have experienced. Anyways, I'm conducting these programs. So when we will be discussing in detail, of course, a lot of practical examples will be there. And once you get into it, we help you to establish your work, right? From first assignment to your 100th assignment. So no worries in that way.
Hi, sir. This is Teresa. I had some questions on this one.
Yes, please.
One is that the course which you mentioned, all these three courses, you have given 3 slots, 11, 4, and 7. So is it for each program or is it like any of the batches we can enroll?
See, I'll tell you, you can enroll for any batch based on availability of time which you have, 11 to 1, 4 to 6 hours. But flow of each time is same. Matlab,
Okay.
if you want you add me in all 3 programs, we'll be adding you in all 3 programs. But today's program in 11 to 1 is same at 4 to 6 and 7 to 9.
Got it.
The flow will
So-
be same.
Got it. So just in case I enroll for only teens, adolescent, will it start on 16th or will I have to wait for that program to
There
start?
is no
Because you'll go in
entry.
order, right?
There is no entry in teen and adolescents directly.
Oh, you have to take all the 3 programs.
No. You can have direct entry into toddler program. You don't do other 2 programs. But if somebody wants to do teens program, then they have to enter into toddler program,
Okay,
because
okay.
a lot of fundamentals are there which are there connected to toddler program and preschooler program. Something
Got
went
it.
wrong there, which is going to impact teenage. So if
Got
you
it.
directly enter into teenage, many topics you will miss. You will be unable
Got
to connect the dots.
So it's a
So we-
stage-wise thing. We will have to
Stage-wise thing, yes.
go over stages. Got it.
First
Uh,
toddler, then adolescents, and then middle school.
Perfect. And you just mentioned now to Neha that you will be also with assignments, helping with assignments. Also, will you be helping us, because you said you already have a big community of coaches. Will you be helping us also to get parents as clients for
No.
our first
No,
initial
no,
thing?
will not be. No, I don't want to commit this. That we'll be giving you clients, but we'll definitely be telling you how to get it. That is for this which we give you 90 days plan. That in 90 days, what all things you have to do to build your tribe of followers. The moment you start applying it, you start getting queries. We also tell you how to convert these queries into assessments, and you start your journey. How to get clients, we'll tell you, which is absolutely structured, foolproof. But we
Okay.
don't claim that we'll be giving you.
And suppose when I'm doing my first coaching, you said the mentor will be there with me, right? Just to ensure I'm not making any mistakes or going
No,
wrong
they will
direction.
not be there in your interventions.
Okay.
There's a structure which we have. We have assessment tools.
Mhm.
And the day you do assessment
Mhm.
and the day you do your first solution intervention, there is always the 2 days gap in that.
Okay.
If I do assessment today, after 2 days, I'll be setting for my solution intervention.
Okay.
These 2 days, you will share this assessment to your mentor.
Mhm.
They will interact with you telephonically or web, right? And they will help you design a solution which will be presented by you. That support they give you, right?
Got that.
And so that if they start, they don't do things on your behalf, they help you to design interventions. But
Got it.
interventions will be done by you. It becomes very easy, because when they highlighted problem,
Mhm.
already you attended training, so solution so you have, but you don't know how to present those solutions.
Perfect.
So that
Correct.
presentation will help they will be doing one-on-one with you.
Okay.
One-on-one, that's not one-to-many.
Okay.
Absolutely personal support you'll get.
And the last question I had is you mentioned about launching course you would be helping. So when you say
Yes.
you'll be helping, so will you be helping us in how to do the video recording or creating that, or will you be also helping us with understanding which are the required software tools for this?
Absolute all everything. अभी पिछले बैच के लिए 8 days का प्रोग्राम भी did,
Mhm.
जिसमें we talked about जो पिछले क्वार्टर में लोग आए थे, उससे पिछले क्वार्टर में those who were eligible to launch their course. 8 days
तो ये
program
सब
में we
इसी
told them
पैकेज में है 7,000 में या
इसी में
इसके लिए हमें
इसी में
सेपरेट कोर्स लेना पड़ेगा?
training no इसी में.
ठीक है.
Apart from these trainings, you don't pay for any other training which we do. It's free, right? चाहे वो 5 साल बाद हो, तो आप उसके लिए नहीं पे करते. तो अब इसमें what I was talking about कि in that 8 days program we discussed about the type of programs, किस तरह की funnels काम करती हैं, ascending funnel, parallel funnel, right? और किस तरीके से boot camp डिजाइन करना है. जैसे technically you came in a boot camp, अगर आपको वैसे किसी को बताया जाए कि this is the program, so many of them they will start thinking कि पता नहीं क्या होगा, what will happen. Now you experienced the delivery 3 days. At least you will be able to make out a decision out of it, whether it is worth investing money or not. Right? I shall get into this career. At least you got clarity on the career. So how to do 3 days boot camps? How to do introductory webinars? वेबिनार का भी साइंटिफिक स्ट्रक्चर है, राइट? रेशियोज होती हैं 20, 30, 40, किस किस पे कितना टाइम देना है, राइट? फिर उसके बाद व्हाट ऑल टूल्स आर रिक्वायर्ड फॉर LMS, लर्निंग मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम इज रिक्वायर्ड, पेमेंट गेटवेज, योर वेबसाइट्स, प्रोफाइल्स, even how to get yourself legally registered, we train you. We get MSMEs and all. Every training is available, and we are not making it available for you because it's already there. From the structure is already here. It's just that a new people, those who come, they become part of that structure. We never recreate anything new for our new people. It's already there. Any coach demands कि मुझे ये पेमेंट गेटवे नहीं पता, उसके ऊपर भी ट्रेनिंग है, उसके ऊपर भी सपोर्ट है, how to have your payment gateway.
Because there are multiple things, we don't know which one works better.
This is what we are expert in. We already do it. Even if people don't know how to make creatives on Canva, there are Canva trainings on this.
Oh, okay. Very good.
People don't know how to use AI. Even we have training on ChatGPT.
Yeah, ChatGPT and all that stuff. Correct.
So
correct.
we assume that not everybody is same. There are people those who don't know how to make a Facebook page. We help them in that also. How to do Facebook Live. There is some stuff available on this. Instagram Live. Because Tressa may know, but हो सकता है Manish doesn't know about it. Age bracket का भी फर्क है coaches में. We have coaches above 70 वाले, करीब कोई 50 coaches होंगे. Those who are above 70. You can well imagine they may not be pro in technology, but we have to support them also. Keeping all these things in mind, we already created some processes and protocols. You have to
I also read about your website, sir, the parent ke bare mein. I'm just asking out of interest. Once I do this training, if I'm interested in joining your organization or community, is there an open gate for that?
You need to first know who we are. I told that day, I think, if you recall, we are an association of parent coaches. Deep as an organization doesn't have their direct commercial practices. We do it through coaches. You can go in the market with the name of Deep. Absolutely your call. You want to go with your brand, you want to go with Deep. Deep doesn't seek any revenue share from you. We support you. You choose our brand, you use our legacy. If I give you proposal, we have already served 300 school brands. So when that proposal you take to a school, that these Ryans, Padars, Millenniums, these are the schools we have served. So you get institutional credibility in legacy from us. Now it is your call. We leave it on you. Whether you want to go with the Deep brand or you want to go with your own brand. Absolutely your call. But initially, most of the coaches go with Deep's brand. Gradually, they shift to their own brands.
Okay.
That's how mostly coaches do.
So is it mandatory that if I enroll for this program, I will have to use Deep's brand whenever I do coaching with anybody?
No. That's what I told you.
In the first year.
No, not mandatory. Right? Not mandatory. It's actually, it is you who will feel like doing it. Because when you go to school and if you have done...
To leverage on the legacy and history.
Absolutely.
Got that.
Credibility, institutional credibility build karna.
Right? Sorry, something just came to my head. When you said 1 year, after 1 year, क्या होगा, Manish sir? Will I not have access to your PPTs?
No, it's not access. तो आपको हर चीज का lifetime मिलेगा.
ठीक है.
Support भी 8 साल पुराने coaches and those who are getting support from us. 1 year, why we say 1 year? क्योंकि at least 1 year का pressure तो लोगे कि I have to build myself in 1 year.
Correct.
आप कम से कम 25-30 काउंसलिंग तो करोगे, और करोगे तो ग्रूम हो जाओगे. अब ऐसे कोचेस भी हैं, I'll tell you, those who get into coaching, वो अपनी जर्नी शुरू ही नहीं करते एज अ कोच. फिर 6 महीने बाद वो दोबारा अटेंड करते हैं प्रोग्राम. एंड वी डोंट चार्ज फॉर रिफ्रेशर्स. या हमारा चाहे 2 साल बाद आगे अटेंड कर लो, विल नॉट बी चार्जिंग. तो देयर आर मेनी कोचेस. अब जब आप प्रोग्राम अपना शुरू करोगे तो 2-3 कोच ऐसे होंगे जो पुराने होंगे, क्योंकि उस समय उन्होंने अपनी जर्नी शुरू ही नहीं की. कोई किसी को प्रॉब्लम आ गई. अभी एक कोच है, उनकी डिलीवरी आ गई, तो शी सेड आई हैव टू टेक अ ब्रेक ऑफ 6 months. So I'll be joining after, so she'll be refreshing her content after 6 months, and then she will start. That's how they do.
All right. Perfect. Thank you so much for answering all the questions.
Right. Anyone else? If you have any query, you can ask, please.
Yeah, good evening, Manish.
Yes.
Yeah, today I had a lot of network issues, so I was unable to get all the stuffs which you said. Let me just go through the recorded videos, then I'll get back to you once again
Absolutely.
if there's
I'll
any
tell you.
issue.
I'll tell you the way forward. I'm
Yeah.
not expecting anyone to pay now. It's your call. Right?
Right,
You
right.
take your time. What I'll do, 16th January it is starting. You have 2-3 days. Watch your recordings. If you have any query, my number I can mention. You can talk to me. Otherwise, you have been invited by. You have been. I'm sure you must be invited by one of our coordinators. है ना?
Yeah, yeah.
You have been invited by one of our coordinators. This is my number, Manish Sharma. Otherwise, you can connect to that coordinators. They can help you with agenda. Ask them, I need agenda of this program. They'll be giving you day agenda. All those things which you require. You want review section of us. Anything you want, they will be sharing with you. And if you want to join, you just show your interest to them. They will be helping you to register also. So they will be the point of this connection when it comes to registration. Any doubt you have, you can ask them. You can ask me also, right? But I know many of you haven't joined recordings, this live programs. Watch the recordings, make your decision. If any one of you have made up your mind to get into parental coaching, I just want to tell you, there's nothing best than deep. This I can assure you. इससे बेटर कुछ मिलेगा नहीं. ये कोई बेस्ट इससे ऊपर कुछ हो नहीं सकता. ये मैं नहीं कह रहा. It is what people say about it. In this price, with this structure and with this support system, it's not I'm boasting about it. ये आप experience करोगे. This you will be telling to the world around once you will be doing this program. That's maximum I can tell.
Sir, you will take sessions now?
I'll be taking sessions.
Okay. So, sir, I'm in. Well, I want to enroll for all three, so.
रुचिका एक काम करो, आप जिसने भी आपको इनवाइट किया था जब एनरोल करवाया होगा.
Okay.
Maybe we have many coordinators.
Okay.
योगिता, प्रिया या सुरभि, right? किसी को
Yes, sir.
किसी को अपर्णा ने किया होगा, नम्रता ने किया होगा. You just text them. I want to
Okay.
register.
Okay.
Right? They will help you to register. अगर कोई
Okay.
16 तक पेमेंट करना चाहता, पार्ट पेमेंट भी करना चाहता भी, they can help you in part payments also.
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir.
But you will be added into a respective group. The moment you said कि I want to be in this group, they will be add you. अगर आप कह रहे हो मुझे तीनों ग्रुप में ऐड कर दो, ताकि anytime you can be added, तो आपको उस ग्रुप में ऐड कर दो.
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir.
Yes, Prajakta.
Good evening. Actually, I really wanted to do this course, full parenting course. Sorry, I mean parent coaching. Currently, I don't have a time, for this month.
अगले महीने
So,
16 जनवरी को ये शुरू है, तो वैसे इस
right.
महीने कुछ नहीं हो रहा.
So till April, I'm kind of busy. That is why that is the thing.
हर 40 days बाद ये प्रोग्राम आता है. Every 40 days.
Okay, it will be there, na, after
It will be there.
April may be there.
Now, I can't assure you कि the price will remain same. So this
That is fine. Actually, the way you are, I mean, giving us a confidence, so I really want to do it.
Definitely. तो अप्रैल में जो भी टाइम होगा आप कर लेना. जैसे अभी ये 16th जैन के बाद ये 40 डेज बाद रिपीट होगा. तो मोस्ट प्रोबब्ली ये फेब के एंड में जब ये बैच खत्म होगा 16 का, तो अगला बैच शुरू होगा. तो मोस्ट प्रोबब्ली मार्च में शुरू होगा. तो आपका जो अप्रैल वाला बैच आएगा वो आएगा अप्रैल मिड के पास. That's how it happens. ऐसे 40 डेज बाद सेक्शन आता है.
So we will get the updates.
You will be
about,
getting updates
next
from that training coordinator. आप अपने coordinator को बोल दो कि I will not be available till April, but I'm sure about April batch. तो आप मुझे नाम बता दो, मतलब मेरा नोट कर लो, तो वो उसी समय आपको कांटेक्ट करेंगे.
Okay.
Right?
Thank you so much.
And in the meantime, if you want to study free about parenting, if you want to see how our coaches are delivering programs, तो deep parenting app download करो. Around 40 programs are there on parenting available. You see our coaches delivering program. उनके programs हैं free पड़े. Career पे हैं कुछ programs, कुछ teachers के लिए हैं कुछ. More than 100 programs are there. You can attend.
Will I get
That's great.
activity sheets which we can work out for the parents and work out for the students also?
Assessment tools. I won't say assignments.
Yeah, assessment tools and activity tools.
Absolutely. You will be getting it during the program. Right? Any other query you have? So another point, since you attended this 3 days program, you will be getting a certification for this also, for this 3 days. You have to mention your name, your email ID, two things, your name to be printed on the certificate and your email ID in the WhatsApp group. Right? Within a couple of days, you will be getting your certificates on your email ID. So group में डाल देना, the group which you are part of. Right?
Sure.
All set?
Sure, sir. Yes.
So I'm grateful that you opted to join this weekend program, because not everybody leave their weekend. That means you are serious, right? You are willing. So rest. It's whenever you want to make decision on it. 16th January batches are starting. If you want to enroll yourself, you can pay a token, register, get into the group. बाकी आप चाहे बाद में भी pay कर दो. For this, you will be taking assistance from your training coordinators, those who enrolled you for that program. और जो फीस आपने इसकी दी है वो आपकी एडजस्ट हो जाती है, so that get deducted, जो भी फीस आपने इस प्रोग्राम की, right? All right?
Yeah, okay, sir. Thank you.
Thanks, Satan. Bye bye. See you.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye, sir. Bye. Good night, sir.
See you. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thanks, Monica. Thanks for joining. Thanks, Sharda. Thanks, Ruchika, Farhat, Anjana, Sauli. Appreciate your presence. Thank you, Vandana. Thanks, Neelam. Thanks, Devsmita. Thanks, Manlal. Appreciate. Bye bye. Good night.
Thank you so much, sir. I'll get in touch with you personally.
Sure,
Thank you so
sure,
much.
Neelam. Bye bye.